Welcome to Attican Plays Mashinky. All right, hi, this is Attican, and welcome to Series 1, Episode 7 of Mashinky. And I'm going to say right off the bat, hit the like button, please. We need 50 likes to keep the series going, and please hit that like button. So, what are we going to do this episode? Well, we're going to make some changes that have to be made, and then make some changes that kind of should be made. We're going to keep with the philosophy. And by the way, I've been playing this game outside of what you're seeing in the videos. I go off and play the game, different scenarios, different whatever. I'm trying to learn the silly game. And I go back and forth between having dedicated lines, the way we talked about before, and having more generic plug-and-play kind of lines. I've tried both. The plug-and-play certainly makes it easier, certainly doesn't work very well. So we're going to stay with the dedicated lines as much as possible. And it'll probably be like a hybrid of the two, if truth be told. But here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is very, very important. I've got a terrible design flaw right here that we need to fix. And then I've got this unholy mess right here that I'm embarrassed to think I even put that on a video. It's embarrassing. But let's fix but this works. Let's fix the part that absolutely doesn't work first. And that's this right here, where we've got our two stations here where we're loading up ingots. And then we've got platforms. Two platforms to load ingots. And remember, those are loading till they're full, so they could be sitting there in a wait mode. And we've got a platform here for the iron ore drop-off and one here for the coal. You can see our iron ore is not keeping up, and we need to address that. And we've got a ton of iron ore here. So while I'm thinking of it, we'll do that first just to improve our shipment. Let's see. Yeah, we've only got two trains running, and they're getting old and slow, too. So we're going to fix that up. We'd probably like to have maybe 4 trains running total. So why don't we do this? I'm going to first buy a bangle, which costs cash and runs on cash. And cash is our best thing right now. So we're going to buy a bangle, and we're going to see what does it look like to set it up with ore. So, and we're going to run the best trains we possibly can. Best wagons, I mean. 4, 5. Let's see, 390, 55. It can handle 55 more, which is one more of these. Look at that. 96. Wow. So we can go from hauling... where is it? Where's it? Oh, here. We can go from hauling 56 ore to hauling 96 ore. That's a little better, isn't it? Yes, it is. Now, unfortunately, and I keep saying this, and this is the one thing, my plea to the designers, to the developers, is change this auto replace to allow me to configure the whole train and say, I want to replace these trains running ore at 56 with these Bangles running this at 96. I should be able to set up the whole train configuration, then do the auto replace, then you got something that's really useful. The way it is now, because every time you upgrade a train, you're going to be running more, probably hauling more cargo or whatever, and the auto replace just isn't that useful. So I don't know how many times I've said that. I don't think this is the last time I'll say it, but please. Now let's get orders and copy orders from this train right here. Beautiful. And let's run 3 of those. I said 4, but let's run 3. So I'm going to go in here and say copy him and copy him again. And I'm going to start all those. And then this guy here is empty, so it's a good time to send him back to the depot. And then the other one right here, he's empty. We'll send him back to the depot. So now we'll have 3 trains hauling 96 each versus 2 trains hauling whatever that was. What was it? 56. Or what? What? You get the, you know what I'm saying. 96, that's right. 96, go from 56 to 96. Now they're slower trains, but they should do great. Okay, so that should improve that a lot, and we'll watch and see if we need to add more. So we got more coming in, but what I've done now is just make the problem that I want to address worse. Because here's the deal. Imagine we had, this train just left, but imagine we didn't have any ingots or didn't have enough to fill up all the trains. We've got several trains now running, hauling ingots out of here, as we should. And imagine that we had 3, 1, 2, and then a third one waiting to get in here. And I want to change this. Waiting to get in here. And here comes the ore train that we need in order to make more ingots. And guess what? He stops. He can't go anywhere. That's not going to fly. So we need to improve this a lot. So what we're going to do is follow a better design practice. No. We're going to come out of here and come down. Went too far. Like so. And join in with this. Okay. And we will, I actually would like, I'll take this back. I'd like to have one space here. There we go. A space here, and I'm going to put a, we'll put a, by the way, we will be using a lot less change signals going forward, and we'll talk about change signals, and I'll explain why that is. Okay, we're going to delete that crossover, replace what I just destroyed, delete that, there we go. Then we're going to run this line down like this. Again, I did it again, I went too far. Down here and join it in like so. There we go. Clean up our mess. Okay, so now what we've done, what we're going to do is change all our ore trains and tell them to go to here. No, that's shoot. That's wrong. Shucks. Close, no cigar. Close, no cigar. Crap. I got to do this again. This has to be right. You'll understand what I'm doing here, hopefully, in just a moment. Okay. So we need to have, this needs to be able to go through, so we need to leave this one alone. And come, shoot. Yeah, we need to be able to come off like that, and like that, and then like that would probably be good. That's better. Now you're going to see me taking chain signals and converting them to regular signals a lot here because they're just not necessary. Okay, so let's just talk about that real fast. What does a chain signal do? A chain signal looks in the block immediately ahead of it, and then it looks at the block ahead of that. And for it to be green, this block has to be clear, and this block has to be clear. Now, it'll also serve the double function of looking at the next block, multiple next blocks, if there are multiple next blocks. And if either one of them is green, it'll let you go. So that's why it's not a bad place to have one right here. But right here, there's no point in having a chain signal because the train's going to go where we tell it to go. So it's going to go up here if it's an ingot train. It's going to go this way if it's an ore. So this doesn't really need to be a chain signal. It doesn't really bias anything. This one here is just saying, well, fill up either one of these lanes that are open. So what we're going to do is take all these trains right here, like this guy, and take his orders and take this right here off. And credit to Racer X23RM. I think that's right. Racer X23RM, who noted when I was doing this up here, instead of putting the waypoints here, why didn't I put it back here? And then they could pick which platform they wanted to use. And of course, that's exactly what we should have done. My response to him was, why didn't I think of that? Well, now I've thought of that thanks to his prompt, and maybe I would have figured it out eventually, but who knows? So we're going to take that off, and we're going to tell him to go to here. Now we're telling the ingot train to go to here so that it will use one of these two lanes, and that way it can, before it goes in there, and I want to rename the station to Foundry South. Okay, and then I want to rename this station to the Toolworks. And we don't need the near Madison anymore. We only have one Toolworks. So you click on this and turn that off. And see how it says Station 6 near Madison? Now it's going to just say Toolworks. And this one here, we don't really need that near Irving. This is just Foundry South. Now we could leave that if we had Foundry near Irving and Foundry near wherever. But Foundry South works just fine for me. All right, so let's go back to, okay. So we've got that train. Now let's go, while I'm on that, let's go ahead and fix all these ingot trains. 27, delete that. Oh, shoot. I want you up there, you over here. Oh, man. The interface when you're trying to do stuff really takes up a lot of room. I think that's a challenge they need to figure out. How are we going to do a better job with this? So I think I've messed up 27's orders. Foundry South. Before you get to Foundry South, I want you to go right there. Then go to Foundry South, get a full load, go to the Toolworks, and unload. Okay, there. So 53,116, that's what we want to see. That's when we just did 34. Take that off. Put in 53,116. I think we did this one, didn't we? Yes. Okay, good. So now all of our ingot trains are coming out of here. We'll always go to here, pick one of these 2 lanes, and do their thing. And now they have a nice parking lot. They have an area they can wait in if we get a backup here. And that way, our ore delivery should be clear to run in and do its thing and come back out. Okay? So that is we had to do that because this was headed for trouble. It really was. And as we continue putting pressure on this and adding more trains, that problem would only exacerbate itself. Now, the other side of it, this is just an abomination that has to go, and it's horrible because it comes right back out and clogs up our passenger lines, and we need to keep those trains moving to make us money. So once this train clears out, I'm going to go ahead and delete that track and make sure that one can't come back out. I want him to stop. There we go. Now we've got a clear selling. So now we're going to clean up all of this garbage, and it is garbage. Okay. Now we can reconnect that one. Now what we're going to do here actually is, I'm going to do a little bit of leveling. We're going to level some earth right through here. And we're going to make longer exit ramps for these guys. And we're going to have them come down and exit like this. Okay, now right there is a change signal that certainly doesn't need to be there. And one of my settings is off. Hang on a second here. We need to go into settings. First click signal, I want that to be one way. So the first time I click, I want it to be a one-way signal because that's what we're running all over the place. And then you just have to make sure you get it going the right direction when you click it. All right. So now we do not need change signals here. Just go. And we do not need change signals. Well, actually, this one, if we keep this as a change signal, he'll go across whenever he can get all the way in, which is probably good. Not that it matters a lot, but here we don't need a change signal for sure. Okay, we need to make sure we hit our junctions everywhere, which we did. And we want to clear this as fast as we can. Okay, good. All right, so now, 2 big changes, very good changes. Much cleaner in, much cleaner out. And by giving them some extra room to come out, they won't be holding each other up, and we'll free this up for more activity more quickly. So that's all good. That's all good. That looks nice. All right, so that's an improvement. Now, 2 trains can't find their path. Why is that? Did I fail to fix this one? Well, I could have sworn I fixed. Oh, this one's actually going over here to the steelworks. So let's rename this station so we can tell what's going on. There. It's going to Foundry South Steelworks, and we need to get rid of that, and we need to tell him to also go to our 53116 or whatever that is. Yeah, it is 53116. Okay, so that takes care of that problem. And there's still, oh, that took care of both problems, I think. Probably because the one couldn't find where it needed to go, which kept something behind it from moving. That's my guess. Okay, so see here we're starting to get a stack up. Well, yeah, here we go. Here's a stack up, and here comes a third one. If we hadn't made that, and here's a fourth one. If we hadn't made that change, because we've got a delay right now in getting our iron ore because we're switching to new trains, and if we hadn't made that change, the iron ore would have never made it in there. So there's a great illustration of how we needed to make this change over here. Okay, train 46 can't find a path. What is train 46 trying to do? Have I reversed the signal somewhere? He needs to come out like this, go in here, go down. Oh. I gotta finish the thought here. I've got them all going this way, but they need to be able to go all the way up here. And what I want to do is I want to actually have dedicated track that does that. So we're going to have a line. In fact, I want to build a line that sort of goes around the outside of our map, like this. And we're just going to keep it out here to the outside. And goes up through here somehow. And then we got to connect into this, into the inputs for this. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, let's just see where we could come off. We could come off like that. We could come up like that. I think if we do a little bit of leveling and maybe a little bit of leveling right here. We could run this line up like so. Okay. So that gives you a direct path to get up here and get into this system and deliver. Then you need to be able to come back efficiently. Let's see, can we turn fast enough? No. All right, this needs to move back a little bit. It actually needs to be here. There we go. And these lines are going to have to cross because they're okay. I think we want to go. There, that puts you right back into the system. Now we could put a bridge in here for this, but I'm kind of finding that I'd almost rather have a train occasionally stop at an intersection than put a bridge in. Now, I mean occasionally. If it's a very busy one, no. But I'd rather have the train stop and stay on level ground than to have to stop and run up, or then have to, or sorry, avoid the stop but have to run up a bridge. There's a trade-off there. Let's see what we got here. So now, this train 46, can he find his way home now? He can. Okay. In fact, there he goes. And we can see he's coming. Where in the world is he? Oh, that's right. That's the one that goes to the foundry. Let's see what this guy's route. What would his route be? No. Is he going to the steelworks? Yes. Sorry. How about 34? Here we go. Look at this. 34 is going to go up and in. Not telling us what he's going to do after that, but okay. So now this delivery of ingots here should be much cleaner because we could take him out here, avoid all the traffic in the middle, and just run up here and go into this line, feed into that. And we could even consider redoing this and making it a little better. And we may, as the volume gets up, we may blow this up right in here and clean it up. It's a little sloppy right now. But anyway, I think these are really good changes and should help us a lot. Okay, so I think that's a big improvement, big improvement. Now let's see here. Oh, these are the two we're kind of retiring. Throwing away some ore, that's not good, but there we go. We retired all those, got some money back for them. Now we've got these three nicer trains running, and look at this. We're already eating into the ore. So is this as optimized, as extended as it can get? We could do the timber tunnel supports, which would, that would be nice. Create, every time we drop off 2 timber, we get 5 ore. Or that's not true. Every time if we have ore at that station, shoot. If we have timber at 2 timber at this station, it'll tick through these cycles, and every time it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks, it'll create 5 more ore. So basically, what it's mimicking is the idea. If I had a nice lumber supply, I could build better supports, dig deeper, more efficient mines. That's the idea. So do we have enough? We don't truly have enough lumber to do that just yet. We may have to look at improving our lumber delivery, and man, I can see one way to do it right away. Look at this. We got 200 lumber sitting here at this nearby station, and we can't keep up with it. So what we're going to do is let's get another bangle. You'll see us moving to the bangle, and hopefully it'll all become clear why. Okay, we're going to load it up with the nicest wagon we can get. 5.01 length. Can't do one of those. We can do one of these. So it can haul 51 at a time. rather than 35. And we'll have it, let's see, make sure this guy is going, yeah, okay, we're going to copy, his orders will be copied from this train. And let's run a couple of those. And start those guys. And then what we're going to do is retire these older trains that aren't as efficient. And this guy here, yeah. We'll retire those guys, run a couple better trains out there. Okay, so that improved this one. Now let's see. Let's slow down for a second and take a look at what we're supposed to be doing right now. Train spotting. This one, they need to rewrite this. It should be reach at least 80 miles per hour with 5 trains at the same time or concurrently or something. I think that's what they really want. And we've already seen this train go 80, and this is very, unless you're telling me this train is literally going 80 miles an hour right now, this whole thing needs to be reworked. But I'm going to refuse this because it's confusing and I just don't care for it. The steel, we're about done. The train expo, I think we've already discussed this. We don't care. We'll take whatever money we can get out of it. The express train we're working on, and we can age up to the electric age once we have 500 ingots, which is what we're starting to work on because I think we've just improved our ability to deliver the ingots here, and we're going to go up here and work on this side. So there's 200 ingots here. They could certainly use some improvement. Now the way we've got them running is coming in here, getting into our kind of our main east-west line and delivering that way. And that's probably okay. Probably, he said. Yeah, I think we'll leave it like that for now and see what we want to do. But let's see if we can improve this intersection so that we don't have our iron. Well, we've got a couple things. We've got plenty of iron ore, and interestingly enough, not enough coal. And we've got, looks like one train running coal. We've got coal here. Do we have this thing fully? Again, the timber tunnel supports. The only thing we're missing. So this train is not keeping up. So I'm going to, let's get a couple of the Bangles. And configure them for coal. $351 tonnage, 797. It can actually handle. Ah, shoot! I miscalculated. Math fail. It's actually 39. It could take. It could take one of these. Okay, and then get your orders from this guy and go. And I'm actually, because we already bought that one, let him clear. Now let's get another bangle. I would have just copied, but I didn't want to throw away the one we already bought. So there. Wagons, coal, and 1, get your orders from that guy and go. And then this train, we're going to retire him as soon as he drops off his load. And go to the depot. Okay, our steel is done. No surprise there. Okay, we've got a new task, supplier. Okay, 10-year period. So what they're going to do, it looks like, and this could be a little more clear the way it's written, but, and I'm sorry, I'm being very critical about the writing here, but it does need to be cleaned up. And I know it's probably low priority, but some of these are hard to follow. And I've read these in detail and tried to figure them out. It's not clicking for me. Maybe I'm just not smart enough to play the game. I don't know. But goods and steel each year, and it's going to be, we're going to have a goal. We have a goal each year for goods and steel, and the goal keeps moving up and up. And we're already set up to do this, so yeah, we'll sign that and go for it and take what we can get out of it. Train Expo, we're still waiting on. Express Train, we're still working on. And the diesel age, like I said, we'll level up when we can. So how many trains do we have making deliveries of ingots from up here? We only have 2. Now the good news is this 4 and 4, that's exactly what we could run, I think. I think that's exactly what we could run on a Bangle. So let me just check that out. We definitely want to boost our delivery up here. What's okay? Engines, Bangle, wagons, ingots. 4 is 307. We have 80. Oh, we could run 5. If we run 5, that'll max us out. So, shoot. So, what we're going to do is copy. I didn't what I meant to do. I meant to hit that. Oh, we can't copy it until we have some more ingots. We need more ingots so we can improve our ingot making or ingot delivery. So we'll start that one, send him off, and then we'll copy him as soon as we have some more ingots. And in the meantime, I guess we'll let these guys keep running until, and the ingots, I mean the ingot coins, or iron coins, or tokens. That's what I really mean. Train 4. Okay. I think this is a sell that guy. Now, why is he coming in? I don't know why he's coming into the... Unless we change the route. I don't know what, because it looks like it's working properly. I guess the question is, how does he go back? Oh. I think we've got... Oh, yeah. We've got going back messed up for these guys. Because we fixed the going back for the ingot, or the going out for the ingots. Now let's collect this reward and get that out of the way. But we didn't fix it for the iron ore, so my bad. So we're going to come out, the iron ore is going to come out of this one right here, and he needs to be able to get back up here. And I'd really prefer that he didn't mess with this line. I'd really like to keep him off that line. Now what we could do, we could run him up here and just link him into that, and even that's not good. That's yeah, that would work. Link him into this right here, which would then allow him to go right back over there. That would be good. I should have thought of that. Should have thought of the. You got to kind of think of the full route, or we could even run him up here to that line. That puts him on our passenger line. I don't like that. So. Or we can let him come down here, bridge over this, and have a lineup going that way, which certainly would work. I think I like it going up here. So this track right in here is actually going to be in the way. Ah, wrong one. Nah, I don't like that, because now we're going right back to that, these trains crossing each other, which we don't want. So he can come out to here, certainly. Why don't we have him swing up like this, and let's do bridge over our passenger track. Like this, and now again we need more iron tokens. Could we do a steel bridge? Let me see. Bridge like this. Yeah. Why don't we do that and take advantage of our good steel production. Pause this thing. And now we want this to come up here like this. So I think what we're going to do is take this back a ways. Look at this. It just becomes one big long bridge, which maybe that's better. Throwing away some stuff here, but if we do one big long bridge from here all the way to there, and another one like that, and now we need steel tokens. Great. Okay, keep going. We're almost there. Oh. So we want this to come in sooner. More like that. And we'll have this guy reverse. And now he should be good to go. There we go. Okay, here's our, I guess, our first year's goal: 5 goods, 20 steel. And we're waiting on a steel delivery to, and nope, we're waiting on a steel delivery to, and it should be, there's one right there. So here comes some steel tokens, good deal. And let's go in and create a bridge. Like that. And drive on the right, so you want to go here. You want to go here. And I think I like the idea of a bridge. Let's do an 8. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do a bridge. Let this run for a minute. And I think I can't let it run for a minute without having this connected, because the ingot delivery, we need that ingot delivery going over here. Okay, I did a poor job planning for this, didn't I? Yes, I did. What does an 8 bridge cost? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, we're good. We're good. All right, so we want a bridge across this, so this isn't all hitting together. We don't have to have it, but we're going to have it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a bridge like that. Then we connect these in here. All right, now let's watch this guy, and he should take the bridge back and have a nice clean shot in and out. Oh, okay, and pause. The other thing we want is we want you to come over this bridge, and we want you to go like this as well. So there's a signal in here that needs to come out for a second. And we want you to be able to come out like this. Mouse slipped. And go across there like that. So now you can have an easy return route to where you're trying to go. So let's see what he does. Okay, that return is 1,000 times better. Now, what route is he going to take? He still wants to use this, and I'd like to discourage that. So I'd like to have him go this way. So after he gets a full load, I'd like to have him go this way to where he needs to go. Let's see if that'll work. Yes, that does work. I don't know why it wouldn't show us the full route through there, but it wouldn't. All right, so we need to put that 67.99 in our other ore delivery trains. 67 is done. 67 or 66 needs there we go. Might as well be the same one. At 66, 67, and 68. There, that was an example of an incomplete thought where I didn't think through the whole process. So year 2, we've got increased demand, 10 goods and 30 steel, not a problem. Making progress on that one. And let's see if our ingot delivery up here is working. Okay, I see another problem. Man, you can't put enough signals in. All right, our problem here is only one of these can be used at a time. Why is that? Because I'm missing signals here to cut them off from each other and here to say you've cleared when you've gone through that. And this does not need to be a chain, whoops. This does not need to be a chain signal because it's not really making a choice. Same here, this does not need to be a chain signal. It only needs to look one ahead to let you go. All right, go. So now see, both these can come in, and once one of them goes out, it will clear up one of these two tracks to be used. Much better. Here comes a new one in, and he just flows right in there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we should see ingot production improving. certainly from this side. And then up here, all right, this one's getting a little bit long. Let's cut it off, and in the next episode, we'll just take right back up from here. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Mashinky.